Hello everyone! Today I will be presenting information on the necessary tests to enter and eventually graduate from medical school. Of course, depending on the program, there will be a variety of different tests that you will have to take for GPA purposes. This video will cover the structured and essential tests to enter and pass medical school, such as the MCAT and the USMLE. This video will also present more information on combined programs, an additional pathway different from the typical undergraduate than graduate medical school. I hope this encourages you to pursue medical school with full knowledge of the various responsibilities. There are several paths into medical school, and I highly suggest that you delve into further research if you are interested. For example, today we'll be talking about direct medical programs. These are BS/MD programs, also known as BA/MD programs. Direct medical programs combine undergraduate studies with medical school. You apply to these programs similar to undergraduate applications. These combined programs can take different amounts of time, generally ranging from 6 to 8 years. Combined programs are often extremely selective. Several of these BS/MD programs do require you to take the MCAT while others do not. Often these schools offer students conditional acceptance into their medical schools, such as receiving a certain MCAT score or GPA. Some reputable combined programs include the program in liberal medicine education from Brown University, which takes 8 years and does not require an MCAT. Instead, the program in liberal medicine education does require a 3.0 GPA. They accept approximately 60 students per class. Another reputable program is the Rice/Baylor Medical School Scholars Program. It takes 8 years and is extremely selective, with only 6 students being admitted to Baylor Medical School through this program per year. This is a different format from the program in liberal medicine education, in that it is more similar to an undergraduate than graduate medical school system. From their undergraduate years, these 6 students are offered a position at Baylor Medical School. Assuming similar to college applications, you will need a suitable GPA. Currently, due to COVID restrictions, this year restrictions have been relaxed to accept pass/fail grades, but these probably won't stay in place. It is also highly recommended to have extracurricular activities such as research. Other extracurricular activities are shadowing experience with a doctor, patient exposure, or clinical volunteering. Often students take a gap year to boost their application, though through more extracurricular activities or take prerequisite courses. For this reason, the average age for matriculation into medical school is 24. Now on to the test. The Medical College Admissions Test, more widely known as the MCAT, is a 7.5-hour exam with 4 sections. Each of the sections is worth 132 points, and it is graded on a 472 to 528 scale. It is a standardized multiple-choice test that has the purpose of helping medical school admissions offices to assess critical thinking, problem-solving skills, and knowledge of natural behavior and social science concepts, along with prerequisites needed to study medicine. The first section of the MCAT is Biological and Biochemical Foundations of Living Systems. It contains 59 multiple-choice questions and is a 95-minute section. This section tests basic biology, organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry, and biochemistry. The second section of the MCAT is Chemical and Physical Foundations of Biological Systems. It also contains 59 multiple-choice questions and takes 95 minutes. This section contains basic biochemistry, biology, general chemistry, organic chemistry, and physics. The third section of the MCAT is Psychological, Social, and Biological Foundations of Behavior. It also contains 59 multiple-choice questions and takes 95 minutes. This section covers introductory psychology, sociology, and biology. fourth and final section of the MCAT is critical analysis and reasoning skills. It contains 53 multiple choice questions and is a 90-minute section. It is similar to reading and comprehension sections of other standardized tests, and has its passages come from a variety of humanities and social science disciplines. This section contains of foundations of comprehension, reasoning within the text, and reasoning beyond the text. The MCAT is a difficult and strenuous test. Oftentimes people take the MCAT several times, so there is no set age when trying to apply for medical school. Then, during medical school, you'll have to take several more critical tests, like the first two parts of the USMLE 3-part examination. This examination is typically offered year-round by appointment, except on major local holidays. USMLE Step 1 covers basic medical principles and is required before entering the third year of medical school. USMLE Step 1 is important to assess your understanding and if you can apply important concepts of science to the practice of medicine. You now have 4 tries to take the USMLE. As of 2020, the USMLE Step 1 has become a pass-fail test. The USMLE Step 1 is a 1-day examination and is divided into 7 60-minute blocks and administered over an 8-hour testing session. The number of multiple choice questions per block varies based on the examination, but will not exceed 40. Overall, the number of questions in the entire test should not exceed 280. Then, during your 4th year, medical students are required to pass the second part of the exam. This part covers diagnosis and disease development and is 2 separate tests. The clinical knowledge test is a multiple choice, while the clinical skills portion is hands-on. The USMLE Step 2 clinical knowledge portion is used to assess the ability to apply medical knowledge, skills, and understanding to patient care under supervision. Step 2 clinical knowledge section is a 1-day examination with 8 60-minute blocks and is administered over a 9-hour testing session. The number of multiple choice questions per block varies based on the examination, but will not exceed 40. Overall, the number of questions in the entire test should not exceed 318. The examination also includes 45 minutes of break time. There are, of course, other important tests needed to receive admission into medical school and eventually graduate, but this video has just covered 2 of the more, important tests. As you may have guessed, there is a third part of the USMLE, which will occur during typically the first year of residency. If you are curious about the specifics or want to read practice questions, you can do further research yourself. Overall, each of these necessary tests is fascinating and covers broad subjects. Thank you for listening.